Yeah, I think that was a big game. That was a really big game. 4-1 or 3-2 is a big difference, and I could kill Infused a little bit, I think.
And now we move into Game 6. It's going to be Catch Your Flag on Sanctuary. Sanctuary is an old-school Halo 2 map that was remade for the purposes of Reach. With the addition of the rockets in the middle, it is first to 3 captures. And you see a great play by Trojan there.
Unbelievable there. Grabs the rockets from right under the hands of Baxter there. Nice move back up with the rockets, propels himself off, grabs the kill. So beautiful, beautiful start there by Dignitas to open up the CTF game.
Yeah, it's a great start, but what you need to look for on Sanctuary is like really, really aggressive plays with the rockets. You don't want to be getting kills in Ring 2. You need to get inside of their base and slay them. And it looks like with this push, that's what Dignitas tried to do. And they'll be able to get the flag out here, I think.
Big snipe from Blackjack once again. Blackjack showing that he can really put that weapon to use. And Dignitas were getting very aggressive, as you said. That is the one danger of being very aggressive with those rockets. You do run the risk of losing them. As we jump on board to Fusion from Team Dignitas, who has a sniper in his hands. MVP does try to rocket him. Can Fusion make MVP choke? No, MVP is that little bit wiser with those rockets. I believe he was all out them anyway. But once again, you can see Max, that is Riots, and Rami, that is Ramirez, getting very aggressive on that Infused base.
It's actually a pretty smart move there. You know, trying to get your health back up, but actually keeping the other player there on low health themselves so your teammate can come in, grab the kill. So at the end of the day, it was a trade for a trade. Got rid of the power weapon on the map with the rockets, and but also lost the sniper rifle at the same time.
Yeah, we've got the new snipes coming up in 10 seconds now, so look for the teams to try and get their snipe control, jump onto the other team's car and shoot across. We've got Infused going in for the Dignitas sniper. And one thing I remember from playing these guys at I-Series in Sanctuary Flag, we just got sniped like all game. It was horrendous. We didn't move off spawn, so I'm sure Dignitas probably remember that, and trying to prevent that from happening again this game.
Both teams have players who can use the snipe. We've already seen Blackjack put it to work. We've seen Pistol Pete put it to work, as he does there against Trojan. We know that Trojan, Riots, and Fusion are all capable of doing big work. We've seen Rami get a couple of headshots here and there. These sniper rifles really can turn the tide for both of these teams. All 8 players proficient in their use of power weapons and their own DMRs. They are greatly individually skilled, and their coach is going to do their best job to make sure that they get those weapons as soon as they spawn. And once again, the Dignitas squad are just getting very aggressive, as Fusion does manage to pick off MVP, Scotsman for Scotsman, and Scott says no.
It's great staying alive there by Scott. It's distracted the other team, looking back for him when they should be trying to concentrate on rockets. And it looks like Dignitas, Riots has got the rockets now. Great play by Scott. We really need them to try and be aggressive with these rockets here.
Max, that is Riots, does have those rockets, and he's putting them to work, does kill Blackjack.
A few moments ago, we just had a moment which we didn't get to see on stream, but one of the Infused players with the sniper rifle going in for a kill from behind, kind of missed it, screwed it up, ended up losing the sniper rifle for the team. So a bit of a poor play is going to put Infused in a hole there when they had an excellent opportunity to try for it, or at least attempt to get around the Dignitas base for a cap.
Yeah.
You see there, that was really the only real first push from Infused as they try to finally make a mark on a Dignitas' team's base. However, as soon as they do get there, you see MVP just getting mopped up, and as was Blackjack and Pete. And really, these teams are going back and forth, back and forth. 1 minute, Dignitas is in Infused face. The next, it is Infused, bringing the game straight to Dignitas.
And great play by Scott there again. Most players would have tried to hide behind the health pack, ran under the turret, got his team to spawn. Were able to prevent the guys from pulling the flag straight away.
Back on board with Jack Baxter. All 4 dead as Pete once again snipes Trojan. Pete is having an unbelievable series this series. I've never seen someone pick up so many headshots in a grand final.
Trademark Mike Bambenek.
He is simply unbelievable.
You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
Yeah, again, showing snipe control there, Infused for that capture. 2 of their players, Blackjack and Pete, both had a sniper, both getting headshots. Helps out so much when you can kill a player in an instant as opposed to just trying to 5-shot them. Looks like Dignitas going to be able to get a counter cap here though. They'll be looking to try and slay heavily here, maybe try and get 2 caps out of this.
And right now from Dignitas, Ramirez making the run with the flag. They're going to tie it up there now, 1-all here on CTF Sanctuary. And also pick up the power up there.
Great play by Ramirez putting that flag in. That does sort of reset the game, and he now goes flying sky high. But if any of you have played Duck Hunt, you know to stay out of the air as you are going to be picked off. And now Infused are giving it the big one. They have put their thumbs in their mouth. They have blown their chests up. They've got that little bit of swag now. And they are making as much noise as possible as they are really trying to get this second flag in. They are shutter running it back as far as they can. However, it appears they have been stopped.
Dignitas have to be able to stop the flag if they can stay alive. They're going to get the rockets, and new snipes going to be coming off.
But those weapons
they've done really well here, Dignitas. It's great play.
Those weapons will be coming up, and Dignitas and or Infused will be looking to make as much use of them as possible. The flag runner, Ramirez, is weak. He is taken out. That means that Infused do have that 1-player advantage. You can see sniper rifles coming in. The flag is stopped again, and the rockets are in the hands of Team Dignitas. I believe they're in the hands of Riot. But once again, every time one of Blackjack or Pete seem to get their hand on the sniper rifle, players are stopped left, right, and center, are sniped in the face, and Infused are really stepping up their game, especially given that Blackjack and Pete are considered these new up-and-coming players. They are showing us right here today that they can hang with the big boys.
Yeah, Pete especially is just playing absolutely amazing. It's the best I've ever seen him play. To be honest with you, I didn't think this guy was capable of it, but he's playing awesome. Best player on his team by a mile. And yeah, they're hanging with the big boys, definitely.
Pete is taken out by Ramirez. Ramirez once again going flying as he goes to take on Baxter. Baxter, and they do trade. And and both these teams seem to have just sort of begun to settle into this game. This game is beginning to slow down that little bit. No flags being pulled as of yet. No weapons up for another 30 seconds. It's purely down to which team can outplay the other team right now.
Yeah, I think it's all about getting into the other team's base, killing someone, and then staying alive. It's really hard to do, but you can do that. That's the basis on which you can build a flag capture.
Pete once again gets some great shots on Ramirez. We are now on board with Pete, who goes very aggressively into Riot and Fusion. Riot is taken out by Jack Baxter, and Fusion was made to be put weak. Baxter will now try and work with Blackjack to try and secure that middle bit of the map, the ring area. And there you can get multiple angles and have multiple bits of cover. As once again, these Infused boys are, I believe they may have even glued their left thumbstick forward so that they don't manage to walk backwards. They are just holding forwards, charging at Dignitas' base, and are hopefully going to pick up another cap. And a great play by Pete to pick up Fusion, as he was going to be really someone there to stop it. As he then.
How many was that? Was that 3 in a row?
Yeah, this is getting silly now. Pete is just putting on an absolute show with that sniper rifle, really showing us how to use it. As Infused do manage to pick up that second capture. Can Infused now? Can Infused now prevent the counter cap after they capped the first one? Dignitas did counter cap, and it looks like they managed to prevent that right now. As you see. Blackjack picking up a great double kill to prevent that, and rockets do spawn right now.
Oh. I'm not sure what happened there. Someone was chasing him.
There he is.
And then they weren't chasing him. I think it was Scott, yeah, just about managed to stay alive with the rockets there. It's a good play. In the other team's base, exactly where he wants to be.
We are indeed on board with Fusion, a.k.a. Scott from Team Dignitas, who does have these rockets. In the other team's base, you see Ruben. That is Trojan from Belgium running the flag back, and that is 2-all. The next flag will win no matter what the time in this game. And
yeah, it was unlucky for Fusion there. I think if he could have stayed alive, we would have seen Dignitas taking this game. He's in a great position to spawn kill, but great job by Infused to take him out.
And this is back and forth like nobody's game. Both teams are just going blow for blow. Anything you can do, I can do better. And really, you have to say, though, if Infused are being the aggressors and Infused are the ones putting the flags in every time, there's not going to be an opportunity to counter cap after that third flag, Matt. As Jack Baxter does take out Fusion, and Adamski likes it. He screams easy. Adamski, of course, taken out by the Infused boys, and now gets a chance to actually win the event as a coach.
Yeah, this game's just got really scrappy again. Both teams waiting for their power weapons to come up. Yeah. Just trying to stay alive, be a nuisance. Infused know where he is, I'm not sure how. Great play by Pete.
And we are on board with our young Scotsman, Blackjack, who one of my young players who has really been showing us how to snipe. He does it there by taking out Trojan. He now moves in on Ramirez. He did pick up the health pack, hence Ramirez does have his shield back. However, Trojan and Blackjack and Ramirez trade as we now go on board back to Fusion, Big Daddy Scott, as he takes out Delicious Pete with a delicious headshot. And once again, these teams are so backwards and forwards. As soon as Infused are cleaned up by the Dignitas boys, they are straight, balls to the walls, aggressive. And no doubt, if Infused manage to hold this and clear this up, then they will be straight back in the Dignitas boys' face.
Yeah, it seems, as opposed to the series that was played last night, Infused seems to be the aggressors now. They're always in the lead. They're always making the first move. They're always putting Dignitas under pressure. Dignitas holding out, though. This just shows you what momentum can do.
Infused showing that they really did manage to warm up against the Lowland Lions this morning. They did try to be very, very aggressive against Dignitas. However, like we mentioned, they just did not seem to have that coordination, did not seem to be able to have that next level of teamwork that meant it would be cleaned up. But now, it seems that Infused have really stepped their game up. Ramirez goes on the killing spree.
And
but
Max misses a rocket there. Infused going to be able to grab the rockets. Let's see if they can put these to use.
And once again, Dignitas trying to move the flag, taken out by Infused. It will now be Infused turn to take the game. Infused to take the game to Infused. Sorry. As we see all manner of grenades flying in. MVP
Scott doing a great job
rifle
to stay alive there. He's getting chased by two players. Didn't pick the sniper up, which a lot of people would have done. Jumped under his turret, stayed alive. That was a great play right there. 3
dead, 4 Infused. The last player alive is Pete, who very cleverly stays alive and takes that Fusion. That will buy his team some time and then forces Trojan, that is Ruben, to work for the kill. And now you see 3 dead for Dignitas. This is back and forth like a pendulum. No team really running away with this. And
we have 2 very even teams right now,
which is very surprising given that we did watch that steamrolling of a game earlier between these two sides. I believe game 1 was something like 250 to 128 on Next King of the Hill, 50 to 38 on Team Slayer Countdown. And the third game, I cannot remember what it was, but I just know that it was not pretty, as these teams now seem to be a lot more even, constantly trading kill for kill.
I don't think any team's managed to get a pull on the flag for about 5 or 10 minutes. Not 10 minutes, about 5 minutes now. Just seems to can trade kills up until they get into the base or in the rocks or in the snipe, and then they just get slayed out. Just great team play by both teams to be able to kill the other team straight away.
And we are on board with Baxter, Delicious JB, standing for Delicious Jack Baxter. I'm not entirely sure what the Delicious refers to, because
I think this is a chance here for Dignitas. They're in a good position. Kind of didn't focus on slaying the other team though, went for the pull. Maybe not the right thing to do in that situation there.
And the game is 1 minute from going into that sudden death time after 15 minutes. However, irregardless, the next flag will win. Jack Baxter there just making sure that dead bodies are dead. He does not want any zombie Dignitas members on the map. And once again, Jack is being very, very aggressive.
Well, we'll take a look at what Pete's up to with the sniper rifle. Infusion back at him there, between the eyes. And a really drawn-out game now as we head into overtime in just under 30 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like Dignitas have kind of taken the momentum swing again. Though new rockets are coming up, so These are going to be important. Not one team's been able to utilize rockets that well, and the other team kind of thing to do when the other team gets rockets, sprint out and make them use them in ring like this.
That was absolutely ridiculous. Ramirez throwing the most desperate of all desperate nades, and Pete deciding to do him a favour and run into it, and then Jack Baxter managed to snipe Trojan. I think it's only Trojan who's getting sniped this game. He's like, if he were an X-Men, he'd be Magneto, purely because he's a bullet magnet right now. Every sniper bullet that comes his way manages to land square in his head.
Infused looking in a good position now. Snipe control, rocket control. We need to see him be aggressive with these rockets.
We have seen this before from both teams. No, it's not that this is the first time in the game where either team have significant control, but both teams seem to just be able just to read exactly what each other are doing and prevent these flag captures from going in.
And a huge opportunity there by Infused, wasted as they had both the rockets and the sniper rifle, and they should have really been able to do something with that, but unfortunately unable to put it together. That was probably the best opportunity they've had over the last 5 minutes for a cap.
Yeah, he got in a good position, but wasn't able to kill the guy. Missed his first rocket on the shotgun guy. He's the guy that came back around the corner and killed him. I can't see what's going to separate these two Cugans. Might take a few more snipes from Blackjack.
Absolutely, Matthew. This game is just so even. These teams are just so even. This is definitely not the matchup I was expecting after watching Dignitas absolutely crush Infused early on. Infused seems to have got that completely out of their heads, but of course Dignitas are no slouches. They will be aware that they must put on a show, and as we say that, Fusion does put on that show. Out-DMRing several players, in fact 3, to pick up a nice triple kill, and that is going to give his
stay alive
team
in this position. You see his teammates dying. Last guy spawned behind him, a little bit unlucky. Needs to stay alive in them advantageous positions a lot better. Hopefully he can get a pull on the flag here.
That is, you see RUBN, that is Ruben, that is Trojan moving that flag. However, he had no support. Fusion managed to trade a few kills, pick up a killing spree in his own and the other team's base. Trojan's on his own and tries to get desperate to run that flag. Is that a sign that these nerves are creeping into their gameplay, that they just want to end this now?
Yeah, well, when I was on Dignitas, we pre-landed against Power for the last ECL, and we literally had a 30-minute Sanctuary game. It can happen, it's rare, but sometimes when teams are that even, it happens. I think it's going to take one big play, and then another one, and then we'll see something.
You were saying there about Trojan grabbing the flag and going for it, not having any support. It was really Fusion that didn't have the support there. He went down, got 3, triple kill, followed that up almost with another triple kill, and it just seemed like a huge opportunity wasted there. So it is going back and forth here. Both Dignitas and Infused making their mistakes, and the scoreline shows it 2-2. Nice snipe there.
Oh,
against
Fusion
MVP,
picking up
goes for the double kill there.
Snipes there.
Baxter at the other end of that bullet. And
it's a great play by Scott to keep the flag alive there. A lot of players would have tried to go for the guy that was sniping him, which was Pete. So he managed to keep the flag alive.
Pete does manage to stop the flag carrier. Once again, Pete is going so clutch right now. Pete manages to pick off Fusion, who was running the flag, then pick off Ramirez. Now seeing the point of view of Riot, he's watching his flag leave his base. However, they are stopped. That is all 4 dead momentarily for Dignitas. But they just cannot, neither team really cannot seem to convincingly run this flag. As I said, that Blackjack does run it, but he is stopped. And Pete has that snipe again. Pete picks up another double headshot with that sniper rifle. These big plays coming out of Pete time and time again. Is Pete really going to be the man to step it up and allow Infused to come right back into this game? As really someone just needs to touch that flag. Blackjack does touch it, and he does not
Bit of
able.
a fumble on the rock there.
He is not
managed
able
to take down the Dignitas player. He didn't manage to chuck the flag off into the needle rifle.
And neither does Jack Baxter. That flag is sitting in not the best of positions to contest.
No, it's a
Pete,
really
Matt,
bad
that is
position.
Pete, does get another touch. That flag does not reset until after 15 seconds.
And that's definitely nerves, that's definitely nerves creeping in. He was fumbling on the rock. And Dignitas, great stop again.
a great job by Dignitas reading the situation so well. They knew that Infused were not going to be able to really touch that flag anytime soon, and to ramp up the pressure, they begin by running the Infused flag, and that panics the Infused squad. They do not want to try and overextend themselves and end up losing this game, and the game is just still going, Matt.
Trojan just running at his opponent there instead of shooting him. Not really sure about that. But yeah, Infused getting the flag out now. If they can slay this spawn, and they should be able to get this cap. Can Dignitas break out?
And the flag is on the move. I believe that is Blackjack moving that flag, or it could be MVP, I'm not entirely sure. But the flag is going to go. No! It is stopped by Riot's Mike Bambenic. What are you doing? The flag is stopped. Good God, Mike Bambenic. You're lucky I haven't caved your head in with your Twitter. The flag is stopped once again. Ramirez.
And it's reset.
I'm
pretty sure it was Trojan that went off with a snipe as well.
I have no idea it was.
3 snipes.
Thanks to a certain Canadian to my right, I could not tell. But this game is just, it's not over by a long shot, but the flag is going in for the Dignitas boys. But Riot has taken out MVP, picks up a double kill.
Long range
There's one more
rockets
player
by
going in.
MVP.
Will this get taken out? And Dignitas put it in. What a tense game. What a huge finish.
What a huge apology there for predicting what was going to happen there. It didn't go the way, and luckily I made it up for grabbing the last cap there.
I'm going to bounce.
What a performance there. What an ending.
Matt, are you leaving us?
I'm going to have to leave on that sorry note.
No worries, man. Thank you very much for joining us there. Big hand for Koros for joining us here for the commentary of the weekend, please.
Guys.
As he has a train to catch. Dignitas. Nice little win there.
That was a big win for them. A game like that, a game which is so back and forth and clutch play after clutch play, you can really knock the wind absolutely out of the sails of the other team. Infused clearly would have put a lot of energy, really tried hard. I'm sure Infused thought they had that game all wrapped up, only to find out, well, we didn't find out because somebody decided to switch instead, only to find out that Dignitas have just that little bit extra clutch juice in their system, and they pulled out the win, and that is going to be a huge blow to the chances of Infused. Dignitas now move to 5-1. They are one game away from sealing their 4th 4v4 tournament victory and their first at